Well, hello everyone. I am Julie Gessner, the sales coordinator here at CU Answers Management Services. Welcome to Get Connected and thank you for joining us today. So today, as you were joining, the phones were placed on mute to eliminate background noise and interruptions. To facilitate answering questions you have during the broadcast, we ask that you use the chat feature. You can find the chat feature by hovering over the bottom of your presentation screen. You should then see the toolbar with a series of icons. Click the one that says chat, then select to presenter and type your question. Questions may be sent at any time. We'll be stopping throughout the presentation to answer these questions. And this is quite a conversational meeting today, so we hope that we'll see your questions come in and we'll be able to answer those as they are received. So thank you again for joining us. Again, my name is Julie Gessner. I am the sales coordinator here at CU Answers Management Services. Get Connected is a monthly webinar series focusing on CU Answers Management Services and the people who drive them. My primary role here is to ensure that you are connected to the people and the services that make your credit union successful. Today I'm joined by Laura Welch-Filker, the VP of Client Services and Education here at CU Answers. So welcome, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about client services and education. Tell me about you and what you do here.
Oh, well, my role here as VP of Client Services and Education is a role I very much enjoy. I have a great passion for client services and education, so it's a perfect fit. I've actually been with CU Answers over 26 years. So during which time I've filled numerous positions. It's interesting, I started my career at CU Answers as a CSR. And I moved from CSR to education coordinator. I then took on the human resources role, and that was a long time ago. The company has morphed as we've grown, so with that comes new teams, et cetera. It's a bit of a long story. Now I'm back in client services as the VP, so it's really exciting, and it's like coming full circle.
It is. I remember when I was hired, actually I was interviewed by you. So
oh, that's right.
So that's right. It's kind of fun to watch us all grow and within the organization and how we've changed. So
definitely.
It's exciting. And I also remember one of the really wonderful things about you that I remember is that you are a wonderful corporate trainer. And the things that you do here for CU Answers has been wonderful. So I hope you're all taking advantage of that. So wonderful. So tell me about client services in particular.
So client services and education, we're broken. We're not really broken into two groups, but within client services, we have a team of education experts. So they handle a lot of those education responsibilities, and there are more than one would think. So
tell me a little bit about that and the blend between education and client services as a whole.
Sure. So I brought education down to client services, and it starts out with the CU Answers University catalog. So the annual catalog, we used to write it by ourselves. Thank goodness we now have the writing team behind us, so hopefully our our clients appreciate a better looking catalog. But so that's just where it starts. All the events in the catalog are coordinated by our team. Now, as you know, those are just set events at the beginning of the year, but throughout the year we add like hundreds of additional events like this, and we assist in coordinating the web conference. If it's an in-person training, we make sure we're set for that. We do introductions, and you did the intros today, but typically there'd be Lonnie possibly if you're doing introductions. Just making sure everybody's on task, sending out all the trainers reminders. You've got a class tomorrow, are you ready? So things like that. We do newsletters. So we have 4 different newsletters that go out every month. So if you're not signed up for newsletters, I encourage you to go out and sign up. If any newsletter you sign up for the education report. That's a monthly newsletter that goes out and says, okay guys, this is what's coming up in February. And we're just getting it on their radar. So it might be courses in the university. It might be Get Connected courses.
Right. Yeah, I enjoy that newsletter too. And there's other announcements throughout the year too that you coordinate with Andrew. And Andrew is our writing team coordinator who coordinates our outbound messages that you receive through client news. So you coordinate those as well. Now tell me also, is it an education team? You're coordinating the internal training that we provide, like today's session, but you're also training clients. right?
We are.
Tell me about that. How does that all work?
Definitely. So not only existing clients through our university courses, but also our new clients.
Okay.
So in fact, right now, we've got pre-conversion training happening right now for Cornerstone Credit Union. So we're really excited about that. And my team does, I'll say the majority of that training, we do bring in expert teams as it relates to lending courses, collections courses, and things like that. So that's exciting that we can now bring in those experts.
So you're coordinating the agenda and the people who will train the classes, and then from the credit union side of working as their liaison to really help them organize the schedule. Is that right?
We do that in conjunction with the conversion coordinator.
Okay.
So they're working with the client and they're helping the client because they know the client better than we do at that point, helping them assigning people to classes.
Okay. So what about existing clients? Are they able to take advantage of that service?
The pre-conversion training courses?
Suppose I'm a credit union and I have a special need for training. Can I come to your team and say, Laura, help me organize the schedule?
Sure.
Awesome.
Definitely. We're happy to help.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we can repurpose schedules or, documents that we have. In fact, I share documents all the time. I have onboarding documents for new employees. So for example, today we have a new employee. His name is Cody. So if you're familiar with my team, you know that we have one Cody, now we have two Codys. We're going to call him CJ. So we're actually revamping our onboarding process for that, and I've shared that with numerous clients.
Good.
So we're always happy to do that.
Keep that in mind, everybody, for sure.
Definitely.
So, and I know that how important internal training is, and that you can share that with everybody. That collaborative spirit is kind of adventurous too.
Well, it is,
yeah.
And the more we can introduce to our clients. So, we also offer release training.
Okay.
Well, that's great, but if they miss a session or two, they've missed out on a lot of new software. So there are some cases where credit unions will say, Laura, let me be honest, we have not been to release training in ages. I'm reading through the doc, but can I just have a session and can we sit down and can you look at things that we're not utilizing?
Sure.
So we're happy to do that.
Okay. This is unscripted. So clients are asking questions too that maybe you weren't aware of. So today, a credit union asset is a really good segue. Is how does your team stay up to date on all the release information?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And I have a great answer. We train it.
Okay.
So we actually do the release training.
Okay.
And obviously all of our staff doesn't do it, but typically it's two of my team members that will do the release training for the clients. So they have to dig in, they have to learn the release. And all of my staff then will attend the release training. And in the event they can't attend it, we record it, so they're required to.
Okay. So maybe they'll watch the recording as well.
They will.
And maybe as reinforcement.
Definitely.
Time around.
Definitely. And those are always available to clients. Providing they pass QC, everything we do, we record, just like today's session, as long as Julie or I don't slip and we pass QC. This will also be in the on-demand site for future reference.
That was a great question. I love that question.
Definitely.
So another question was, how does the team blend? So you've got a team that answers questions that are coming inbound from our clients each and every day. And then there's the trainers. Are they the same people?
Yes.
Okay.
They are the same people. So just to tell you a little bit about the makeup.
Yeah.
So we start out, we call them level ones. Those are my front line. I'm on the phone. I'm taking call after call. Those are my level ones. I have level twos that are also on the phone, but they're off the phone more than the level ones so that they can assist and review any incidents that the level ones have.
Okay.
And we will give the level ones time off the phone to work with the level twos so that they can learn.
Sure.
Understand how to research, understand if this, then that type of thing.
Okay.
So not that we don't have a rigorous training program in advance, but
it's kind of an ongoing spirit of learning too.
Oh, right? it is. And then we have account executives. So I have 4 account executives, I have 4 level 2s, and I have 6 level 1s. And they all work together. It's a little bit, so I have an internal movement, so to speak.
Sure.
So there's room to advance within the team.
But I enjoy, for those of our clients joining us, I work on the 2nd floor. We have 3 floors here at CU Answers. So I like to wander down onto the client services team on the 1st floor. One thing I really enjoy is when I walk down, it seems there's always somebody working shoulder to shoulder. right? And helping each other in the spirit of cooperation to be able to help each other in that way. And then sometimes I like to join in and learn from myself. So that's kind of fun too. So
That's
I
great.
really enjoy that.
I'm glad you said that, because
Mhm.
that's something we've been promoting more of.
Mhm.
So as we have new team members, we have so many resources, and I hope that our clients are using our online help, our
Mhm.
Show Me the Steps, our documentation. I could go on, but we require the team to use those resources and teach the clients on every call.
Okay.
So Sally, I actually looked at Show Me the Steps. Can I step you through where I found the answer to that
Mhm.
question? So if you ever have a client service rep, and you should, teach you where they found the answer to the question, that's because I require that.
Okay.
And I also want them to work together. Don't stay stuck in a, in a pattern that you can't get out of because you can't find the answer.
Right.
Stand up, peek your head over the next cube and say, Charlie, I know I've heard you talk to a client about this before. Can you help me? Because we want to help the clients as soon as possible too.
Right.
So we're really excited about that. And with that said, I do want to share, we have a 16-hour response time.
Okay.
So I will tell you that that is what I expect my team to respond to our clients within 16 business hours. If it's not an answer, it is I do not have an answer to your question. This is the research I've done. This is what I'm going to do next, and this is what you can expect of me. So we have over a 78% ratio that we meet under actually 8 hours. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of watched the escalation process for all that happening here inside internally. And it is, again, it's kind of that shoulder to shoulder. We walk together, and we hope that we're showing you that as clients joining us today. So thank you for sharing that for sure. So tell me a little bit more about resources your team utilizes for training. I know that you have monthly meetings with your staff. What do you do?
Of course. Monthly meetings are a great time for all of us to get together. As I'm sure everybody can imagine, we have staggered shifts because we man the phones from 7:30 in the morning until 6 in the evening. Mm-hmm. So we have staff coming in at different times. So in an effort to get everybody together, and there are emails and, there are quick one-off meetings, but we really love to get everybody in a room on a monthly basis. We bring in lunch, and we keep a list throughout the month of things that we want to talk about. There's always something new here at CU Answers, right? And my team always says, we have great ideas. And lately, we've been doing, you remember Burn It Down? We are burning it down. And we're burning it down. We might not even do it anymore because we've discovered things that we've been doing, and we've started questioning ourselves. Why are we doing this? Yeah. So that it gives us time, for other things. So we talk about things like that. We talk about new ideas and collaboration, and we're going to add this now to our morning procedure. We have a lot of procedures, as you can imagine, with staggered shifts and so many team members. We have to be very organized. Right. So we talk about all that, and it's really how is the dance going and how can we make it better.
And I think you've engaged other managers as well of maybe a new product that they're offering, or something that your team needs additional assistance with. Is that a true statement?
Definitely, definitely. So we have a couple things that are going on. I would start probably with the formalized escalation procedures, which I think is really helping our clients. If my team has a lending question that is very difficult, involves escrows, et cetera, we're going to escalate that to Lender VP. Because Lender VP has that expertise. That's what they do. So my team isn't sitting there researching it for 2 days. It's going to Lender VP so that the client can get the answer to that question just as soon as possible. And we do that with Audit Link and collections and Asterisk Intelligence, you name it.
That's a wonderful segue, actually, to Learning Cafe. Learning Cafe. That's amazing. I love that.
The Learning Cafe, yes, we love the Learning Cafe. So that is our monthly. Now this month there's 2 of them. I'm not sure how my team got that past me, but they love them.
I do too.
Good. There's 2 Learning Cafes. We do them around the lunch hour, hence the name. And we do those. What we do is we take the top 5 answer book items. Okay. So, lending. That was my top question of the month. We're going to do a Learning Cafe on lending. It's Me 247 was my second highest topic. We're going to do a Learning Cafe on that. So we try to look at those top items and do those Learning Cafes.
So clients, if you have not join the Learning Cafe session, look for those in the client news or give Laura's team a call or call me. We'll help you engage in getting registered because they're really, truly wonderful events. So I hope you're attending.
Yeah, and with that said, they're free.
Yeah.
Every web conference is free of charge. So if you haven't gotten that message, and it's been 2 years now, I think, that we've had no charge for any web conference because we want you to join us. We want you to participate. We want you to learn. So please join us.
Yeah, for sure. So tell me, you had came in today and you were talking about your passion for client service and education. Tell me about that.
Well, I love working directly with the clients. So that is my passion. And that really hit home when I took on HR while I was doing education. And when Randy approached me one day as we were growing as a company and said, Laura, you can't do both anymore. Which do you want to do, education or HR? It was education. It didn't take me a second to answer him. I just love, I love talking to clients. I love working with clients. I love helping the client get to the end point that they need to be at. So.
And isn't it fun when you watch the smile on their face, right? And the look of relief or the look of excitement that they've learned something new. I tell you, not a day goes by at CU Answers. I've worked at CU Answers now almost 17 years, and not a day has gone by where I did not learn something. So I love translating that knowledge to our clients, and it's just so much fun to watch that happen.
I do too, with clients and the team.
Yeah.
It is so much fun for me working with the team when I'm working with somebody and they're just not getting it, and and then the light bulb goes off.
Yeah.
And I just want to cheer.
And then they teach me something.
Right.
It's even better. I love it. So tell me about the team. How many team members do you have?
So I have 14 that work in the client services and education team, but I also, Ashley, she's our receptionist / administrative assistant at the front desk. She is part of my team. I consider her one of us. Now, her responsibilities are quite different, but
sure.
So 15 if you
know
Ashley.
Our clients might engage with Ashley. She's our receptionist. She sits at the front desk here at CU Answers, and Ashley has a lot of function. And it's kind of exciting to see how that position has grown this year. But hopefully you've engaged with her as you're calling into CU Answers, and that's just a nice personality to have there too. Tell me about though, you mentioned the structure that you have between stages, right? So are there a certain number of team members within those stages?
So yes, we have 6 level 1s, we have 4 level 2s, and we have 4 account executives.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the structure. Right now, the account executives and the level 2s are the primary trainers that I have for CU Answers University, new conversions, etc. Although I am currently bringing up 2 of my level 1s right now to be trainers, so that's very exciting. So
tell me about how I would find you on the store.
Oh, you can go, okay.
What is the store?
What is the store? Yeah, so we're starting the store. As you know, client services and education, well, we don't sell a lot. I do want to talk about what we sell in just a moment.
Sure.
I have one product that we have clients that are very excited about that are using, but the store is out on cuanswers.com, and you're going to look for client services and education. And right now, I have 6 to 8 items out there in the store. So things such as I've got a CEO change, we're going to change the name of our credit union. A lot of that right now is filtered through the answer book, but we're starting to put that in the store so that people can get those things to us that way as well. So we're excited about that, and we're building the store, and I have actually Charlie Dean, who is working with me to help develop that store. So the one product that I have in the store that I'm very proud of is the Custom Training Edition. Or
go find it, you guys.
Yeah, or the CTE. And the CTE, if I may, the CTE is a copy, instead of Bedrock, which is great, but Bedrock is generic, the CTE is a copy of the credit union's own library into a training library that only their team has access to.
So we like our acronyms. What is CTE?
Custom Training Edition. We do love our acronyms. So I have a copy of my products, my members, my services, my fees, and only my team has access to it. It's a great training experience. It does come with a price. There's a lot of upfront cost. There are 6 teams that are involved in actually the build of the CTE. And then there's maintenance. We do quarterly refreshes, we do beginning and end of day. It's a great product.
Yeah.
I currently have 11 clients right now that are taking
Okay.
advantage of that.
You know, I remember when I used to be a teller at a credit union, and I remember when I was training and having the availability of custom information. It really helped me engage with a member in a live environment, right? To really kind of know a little bit about them before they actually engaged live with me. It was just a really wonderful experience. So that's why I really love CTE in that regard. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Great.
Yeah. So tell me what else is out there in the store?
What else is in the store? CTE is number one. CEO change. Credit union name change. Well, you're testing me, Julie. User ID requests and deletions.
So Laura, like you mentioned, store.cuanswers.com and look up the education team. But as you mentioned, you were trying, the goal of really having more services and products in the store is for accessibility.
Yes.
Right? To have a means to be able to engage with your team. That's a fair statement. Excellent. So please go check those things out, really. And another thing to check out is our website, right?
Definitely.
So if you go out to cuanswers.com and check out the education page and all the resources available to you. There's so much out there.
There's really so much. And Julie, there are a couple things that I find that credit unions are not taking advantage of. And you can find these again on cuanswers.com. So you'll find on demand, but look for board literacy. We did a financial literacy series for your board of directors. It's free of charge. We've got tests out there that you can take and print. We've got the answers. We've got certificates that you can keep on file for all of your board. There's also a cybersecurity section out there. So please take advantage of that. Take advantage of our online university. If you don't have individual logons, even if you don't want to purchase your own campus, you don't have to. If you have 15 or more employees and want them to have their own individual login so you can use it as a full-blown learning management system, you can do that. Give my team a call. We'll send you a form, you fill it out. We'll get those names and emails uploaded and get you the logins for those and a special URL. We have so much to offer.
There truly is so much, and you know, I had forgotten, actually, how am I going to forget about the board information and the cybersecurity videos? They really are a wonderful cross-training tool as well, so not just for the board, but for me to understand what a board does, right? And I went and watched them for that reason, and that was wonderful too. So check that out, folks that are joining us today as well. You know, you had also mentioned about that, and it kind of just sparked my interest of what technical requirements does me as a credit union need to engage with your team? Can anybody just call the client services team?
Anybody can call the client services team. No technical requirements. We have some credit unions that I will say designate 1 or 2 people to be the liaison, which in some cases works very well because then everything is filtered through those individuals and they can identify policy and procedure that might get in the way of that question or the answer to that question. So that works good too. But anybody is welcome to call. Now, even if you call, we're going to enter an answer book ticket. So feel free to reach us via the answer book or pick up the phone and call. We'll still submit an answer book ticket.
What's an answer book?
That's a good question because everybody knows what the answer book is. So we log every call in the answer book so that we have something to look back on. So if Julie says, Laura, I called you 3 months ago and we talked about IRAs, I can look in the answer book and see what her question was and see how I answered her. Okay. Now, Julie also has that ability, which is one of the greatest things about answer book for me, because it's a nice one. I have quite a few clients that go, I call once a year on this, but I can never remember the answer, so I can look back in the answer book and see what the answer was. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, so in the answer book too, I know that you typically put a link out to any help reference materials that might be applicable to the question. So for me, I always like to go back to those and click on the document because I know Laura answered me before. And I can go back and take a look and find the information that way. So I really do like that.
The beauty of it is that it's secure. So clients can't send me account numbers, right, via email. But in the answer book, they can. It is our secure form of communication. So we're not trying to make it difficult. We're trying to make it easier for us to communicate with our clients and being able to share that information.
So credit unions can go, if I recall, the credit union can go and they can get through questions via the
Mhm.
answer book. You can answer them via the answer book. So it kind of negates the having to call, pick up the phone, that type of thing, right?
Correct, but the client can request a call back.
Okay.
Even if we make the call, we will make the call back.
Mhm.
We'll also enter the answer into the
Perfect. Oh, I love
incident.
that. Yeah, and I just things that I forget. I love it. So tell me, just what would you like our clients to know? What's there's like one thing that you want to make sure that they know? What is it?
About the team?
You, the team.
Oh boy, the team's great. I guess I'd like the clients to know that. They're so dedicated and hardworking, and I'll tell you, it's so much fun just to see the drive that they have to get to the bottom of a question that they may not know the answer to. So it's really fun to see them. I walked by one of my team's cubes. I call them homes, but cubes today. And I said, so how are you doing? She goes, kind of frustrated. I'm trying to figure something out, but I'm having a really good day. So it's just the drive. And they're just a great group to work with. So.
Yeah, and folks joining us, if you're ever here in the building, please stop by and say hello to the team. I really do enjoy that very much, and to be able to put names and faces together, it's very rewarding. So please take that opportunity.
It is. Yes, I would love to have you visit.
Yeah, so last question of the day. It's kind of time to wrap up already. I can't believe it. I know, it's been a half an hour, but tell me, what's your favorite song? Oh,
dear. What is my favorite song? Well, you wanted us to go over a half hour. I like a lot of music. So to tie it down to one favorite song, it depends on where I'm at in my life. Because this is how I am. Certain songs resonate with me depending on what's happening in my life. So
yeah, I love it.
It changes every month.
Me too, every day sometimes. And one more question.
Or what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If I'm working out, I'm going to need something that's, that's going to drive me, right?
A little energy going along.
Exactly.
Sure. So, what is your superpower?
My superpower. You tell me what my superpower is.
I like this one. Your superpower is energy. You have this wonderful energy that you just can't help but to want to join along. So when Laura talks, it's like, come on, everybody, let's go. And I love that. So it's energy. Your superpower is energy.
Thank you.
And who is your mentor?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Throughout my career, I can identify a few different mentors for different reasons. Definitely will say Randy Carnes has been a mentor. And I've learned a lot from Randy. Now, Jeff Johnson has also been a mentor for me in a totally different light, but both very positive, very positive. So, and the one thing, I wanted to bring up, and I have had other mentors as well, outside of CU Answers, but I guess within CU Answers, I would say those two, in a way, and everybody knows Jim, he's been a mentor to me as well, so I hope he doesn't watch this because he'll get a big head over that. But you know what I wanted to talk about? Randy has a Tell Me Why I'm Wrong blog.
Sure.
And if you're not subscribed to it, I would suggest that you do. He sent one out recently, and I read it twice because it really got to me. And it's entitled Crafting Approaches to How You Delegate is Key to How You Respond to Your Board. And it talks about not just your board, but also your team. And I really, really enjoyed that. Tell Me Why I'm Wrong is the name of the blog. And I just wanted to bring that up today because I read it, but for some reason this one really hit me.
Yeah.
And I could really relate to it. So.
And there's so many other blogs too, so engage with those. And if you can't find them, please give Laura's team a call. She'll be happy to help and assist you, and myself as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure. And folks, this will be recorded, so please go out on our website. You'll get an email message following the program just to tell you where to go. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.